I hope you're all well. Mainstream news is fucking bullshit, and it serves as a propaganda arm. Chris Cuomo ain't fucking shit. He has no fucking clue what he's talking about, and if he has any idea what he's talking about, he understands that his job as somebody in media is to serve the owning class of this country. His fucking brother was a governor, had to resign from his position because of Me Too allegations, because he was sexually harassing his female employees while he was the governor of New York. Andrew Cuomo was a massive fucking piece of shit. He covered up tens of thousands of elderly people dying in nursing homes from COVID. This gets slept on way too much because of the shit that Andrew Cuomo did during COVID of having nursing homes report COVID deaths as deaths from other forms of disease. Because he had the fucking elderly be taken from hospitals and sent back to nursing homes to die there from COVID, he got so many old people sick and dead because of COVID, because he didn't want to have numbers on a chart look bad for him. And during this entire time, while he's doing this shit, he's going on to his brother Chris Cuomo's show at CNN to like do buddy buddy, like, oh, we're just two brothers. Isn't it wholesome that we're from the same family? Isn't it wholesome that we have the same dad and one of us is in media and one of us is in politics? It's fundamentally the same job. When you are somebody who is on a network like CNN, your job is to do propaganda. Your job is to do propaganda for what the government wants to do, and what the government wants to do is ultimately what is going to be in the interest of the ruling and owning class of this country, the people with fucking money, the people who are influencing what those politicians are doing, and the people that are influencing what people like Chris Cuomo are allowed to say and keep their fucking job. The reason that I'm saying this is because Chris Cuomo was talking shit on Luigi Mangione, calling him a pussy, because he came from a wealthy background. You know who else came from a fucking wealthy background? FDR. You know who else came from a wealthy background? Me. That ain't fucking shit. What you do with your life determines who you are. You don't get to completely discount the shit that this guy did and the, like, facts, the fucking reality that he was trying to communicate to people through that manifesto, if you do believe that is his manifesto, of saying that the United States pays more for healthcare than any other country, and that we are 42nd in the world in our health outcomes. It is a fucking fact that 68,000 people in this country die every single year because we do not have a public option or a single payer healthcare system. That is a fucking fact. My mother has fucking kidney issues. There is kidney disease that runs in our family, early onset kidney disease, and I had to know before I had to deal with another physical disability, before I had to deal with something else going on, that there was a 50% chance that I would get this disease and that my kidneys would stop working when I was in my early to mid 30s. I watched my mom be sick my entire fucking childhood, and the fucking insurance company still will not cover for her to get a kidney transplant, and was telling her she would go to doctors and they would be like, oh, well, you're gonna want a kidney transplant well before you need one. And like, just my mom suffered with like a polycystic liver and polycystic kidneys and polycystic ovaries and like all of these different issues while I was growing up that prevented her from being my mom. And I have to know that I can't find out whether or not I have that disease, because if I have that and the ACA gets repealed, I will die without health care. I will die without health care. That is the fucking world that we are living in. Why the fuck do you think he went and killed that guy? Like, seriously. And you have Chris Cuomo calling him a pussy because he's from a wealthy background, or because of the shit that his grandparents or his parents were doing. The shit that my parents are doing has zero fucking impact on the type of life that I live. My father is a millionaire, and I was washing my clothes in a fucking bathtub when I was 18 years old because I didn't have money to make shit happen. And I was playing fucking guitar on the side of the main street because I did not have a way to get an income for myself because nobody was going to fucking hire me during COVID. And I have to deal with these health problems and know that when I need to get surgery to fix my fucking femurs so that my hips function properly, that I'm going to have to fight tooth and nail, and then it's going to take out as much from me as the emotional preparation for having surgery. It's going to take as much out of me to deal with the fucking insurance, to have them cover shit so that I can fucking walk, as it's going to be to prepare and deal with the recovery of that surgery. Speaking of other things with surgery, when I was a kid, I couldn't walk properly because my Achilles tendons weren't, long enough. My Achilles tendons were 4 inches too short by the time I was 8 years old, and I could not have my feet go at a solid right angle, and this affected my ability to walk. This affected my general comfort and quality of life. It caused so many fucking issues, and I had to get surgery when I was 8, in order to be able to lengthen my Achilles tendons so that I could walk properly. And you know what? The insurance didn't fucking cover it. The insurance wouldn't cover it. And my parents had to make $50,000 pop out, had to make $50,000 appear so that I could have the surgery that I needed to be able to fucking walk when I was a child. I had to go through braces. I had to go through external leg braces and casts for more than a fucking year because the insurance wouldn't cover the shit that I needed to be able to walk properly. And I still have issues to this fucking day with my ability to walk. And, I have to go through all of this bullshit. I have to go through all of this bullshit of getting no accommodation from society for having a disability or for having chronic pain and having other issues like this. And Chris Cuomo and the fucking media wants us to feel bad. Wants us to feel bad for Brian Thompson. Brian Thompson, another one of these bastards that was doing insider trading at the expense of pension funds that were invested in United Healthcare for returns for fucking seniors. These people are thieves and these people are fucking bastards. And if they don't acknowledge that, they're serving the people that are thieves and bastards. That's all I have to say about that. See you guys tomorrow.